Hello everyone, in this video I'll be going over our newest product, support and resistance. So there are two ways to trade with this trading system, and the first one is basically we identify the support and resistance from a higher time frame. So we're going to be doing this with daily time frame. So here we draw our support and resistance line from here, and then we do another one at the bottom of right here. So with this, what we see that when from here we see the price close and the new one open, it went back up and it came back down. So this will be entry when it came back to this line and it closed below, and so we sell. So once we have this, we know that this is a trend going down because we have our zone created. So we don't trade in a daily time frame, so we'll go into a lower time frame once we identify the the specific place where the trend is likely to go based on the identified region. So we can go into, let's say, here, and as we can see, price goes in here and then it came back down. So since it's a sell, once it closed below, that's when we take a sell. And then again, when it goes into the zone and it come back down, that's when we take a sell. And as you can see, it's doing this. It goes into the zone and then it come back down again, and we take our sales. Again, you can look in the lower time frame. So this is where we identify, and we can see we sell. You go back into the zone and it come back down from the zone, and we take. So this is the indicator. That's how we identify for as drawn here. So the same here, we have a sell and it goes into it and we sell, and then we'll go into a lower time frame and then we'll see the same. We see let me go to current time, and then as it closed below, this closed below the zone, and then we take the sell. So again, this is a way that we use to identify the region, and then as it closed below the zones, we take those trades. Same for buy, we identify those zones. As we can see, it closed, it came back, and then it closed, it came back, and then whenever it goes into that zone and it closes out of it, then we get our signal. Again, we identify another zone, so when it close below until we get a different trend, and then we follow a different trend as it goes. So this is one way to trade the support and resistance, and this is the indicator here. So this is the one that's selected, OW support and resistance. And then another one here is supply and demand or support and resistance level. And then once you set this to true, you can select either to use H1 or H4 to trade. So before we get into that, to install this indicator is very simple. Just like you would install any indicator, you go into File and you go into Open Data folder, and then you go into MQL4, and then you put the indicator here. If you have an EA, you put the EA in here. Indicator goes into the indicator. EAs go to the expert folder. And once you put those in there, you just come down here where it said navigator, right click, and you can click on anything, right click on it and say refresh, and then you should see the indicator here. So that's how you will install any custom indicator, including this system or any other system from our site. So again, let's take a look at the other one. So right now I'm going to go ahead and set this to false, so I'm not using this, and I'm going to turn this to true, and then I'm going to use H1. So we're going to identify support and resistance zone in H1, and then we'll trade from there. All right, so I'm going to go into the zone M30. So this is these lines already drawn for you. So H1, and you have your resistance and your support. So when it closes below the resistance, we sell. Again, we sell. And when it closes below, close above the support, we buying. So as you can see in this time frame. So and you can go in a lower time frame, and then you find the same again, H1, H1. And if you want to include H4, these are the H4. So you can use that when price get touches and closes below, then you selling above and you buying. So this is how you use this indicator. And with support and resistance, sometimes price might come closer to like these points here, this will be a good entry. So you can get in, but since it's not actually on the line, you're not getting any signal. So what we did was we added pips away from those zones so you can activate it. And so pips away from support and resistance zone, you set it to true, and how many pips. So if this is come in range 20 pips or however that you set it, you set it to 20 and click OK, and then we identify. So all these, so I might have to probably change it to something 20. All these falls, and I'm in a lower time frame. So let me change it to, let's say 5 pips away, and then we want to take that signal. So this close right here from there, so this is about 8. So about 8, and the ones that close closer to those zones being picked up. So we can go ahead and change it to about, let's say 10. And it's all depends on how you trade. So now we got these showing close to it, and now we got these signals. So this is another way to use it if it doesn't get closer to it, as price might not go to exactly to that level. It will come close to that zone, but if you want to take the trade, then you can define how many pips away when it closed you want to enter the trade. So all these came closer to the zone but didn't actually touch it, so you want to take those trade, and these close above here. This came all the way here, but it closed here, so that's why you didn't get any signal. So in your range where it actually closed is where it's going to count the pips from, and that's where the signal is generated. So here again, you can also do H4. We can trade with the H4 signal. I'll go ahead and reset it and set this to true, and I'm going to use H4 and then click OK. We're going to see the signals. So H4, again, same here with the resistance, and then once it closed below, we're doing a sell. Again, it closed, price came, closed below, the sell, and support H4, and then we buy. So this is the H1. So if you want to include it as well, so once it close above this, you start your trade, and then also close above here, you get another buy, and so on. So you can combine those two. So I'm going to go ahead and make change and do both H1 and H4. So we're using those two signals. So now we're selling, and now we in the buy. So this is how it works. All these are already automatically drawn for you, so you don't have to figure out where these lines, because you have to go into H4, make these lines, H1, and make these lines to identify the support and resistance zones. But we do it automatically for you, and then we give you the signals once it crosses. And once again, you can if it come close to that zone, you can set how many pips away from the zone that you want to use, and then you'll be able to enter the trade. So stuff like this, if you don't want to miss a trade like this when it comes close to this zone, you can say how many pips you want it to get close to it, and then you can buy, and then you sell, you buy, and so on. So this is how you use this trading system. Also, we give you it comes with triple MA, so you can also use it to combine. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you an example. So here I'm gonna just use here, set this, and I'm gonna set it to H4, and I have also included our price action, so 1 and 2. So I'll just go ahead and put this to true, and you see how this look. So again, price action, we know this is resistance and is going down for a sell, and now price action for a sell. It came back here for buy. Now we in a buy, so we buying each time, buy, buy, and buy. So this is another way to use it, and you can also use the EMA to do it. So we have 2 different ways to do the price action, and it's included. So I can go ahead and just change this to the second one, or you can even combine, use both of them. So they have to point to the same direction. And again, here's your signals. First we identified the direction of where the trend is going based on the support and resistance, and then price action, we use it to sell, and then when it comes back, support and resistance, we going into a buy. So all the price action signals that you're going to be getting is buy, 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 until we go back up to H4. Since in this example we're using H4, and then we come back down. So that's why you see this signal. And also you can use MA. So let's see, again, I'm going to turn price action off and use, I'm going to show MA, and MA is true, and let's say use double MA to show the signal. And then your double MA is right here. So you have your single, double, and triple. So you can make the changes as you see fit. So 9 and 20, and then click OK. So again, support, the resistance zone is going down for a sell. So now we're following the MA, the double MA. We got a sell signal, so we're selling, and it came here for a buy, but we're not buying yet until the EMA is in the buy. So buy, it went down, we got another buy and a buy. So again, this is another way to use this signal and this system, and this does not repaint. So this is a very good system to identify support and resistance zone. Thank you. If you'd like to have access to our products, simply subscribe and you will have access to all these products here. There are 2 ways to subscribe and have access. You can have with 2 accounts or with 5 accounts, and you get full access to all these products here and all the future products. This will give you the ability to test and find which products that works best for you. So this is a great value that give you access to all our products.